I'm blue, da 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 da. Welcome to October, everyone. This project has been a long time coming. I've been waiting and waiting for the right moment to do it. It is now time. I'm going to be doing Emily from Corpse Bride. Are you ready to watch me absolutely destroy this project? Literally and figuratively. Oh my gosh. That was hard to get out. I lost it. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm not gonna explain anything until we get to that moment, or else this would be a long intro. Let me just explain the skirt. So you see this giant piece of paper? That is my pattern piece for the back of her skirt, because she has a train and I really want to take a pretty picture of a big, like, destroyed chain like hers is, and that's what I have because I was making Tiana's blue dress and she had a train, yada 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 yada, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm going to use. In the front of the skirt, we'll see how it works because I have a pattern for that too. We'll see when we get there. So I'm gonna cut this out right now. So my room is too small for cutting out the pattern. As you can see, it's taking up my whole floor. So I have to take this to the living room. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh. I have both or 3 pieces of the skirt cut out. The train looks great. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Before I sew these together, I am going to cut out the bodice pieces. Corset pieces? Bodice pieces? What's the difference? Do corsets have more boning than bodices? Let me show you what fabric I'm gonna be using for the top. For the inner layer, I have this tannish kind of strength layer that I'm going to use, and it's probably just going to be attached to the lining. For the front of it, I have this kind of brocade. It's also tannish fabric that I'm going to use as the front because hers is, it's worn, duh, because she was under the ground for, I gotta watch the movie again. For how long? A long time. She was under the ground. So all her stuff is gonna look worn anyways. That's why I'm using tannish fabric. Plus her stuff looks like, I wouldn't say bed sheets, but like clothy, kind of like that. So I think that will be really good. Plus, on top of the brocade fabric, I will use 1 layer of this this sparkle tulle. Same stuff I used on my mushroom hat, just some sparkle tulle because I think it'll look pretty. And 1 layer of this. It looks really good layered on top of each other. I'll show you. So that's how I'm gonna do that. And then we'll get to the like distressing, the extra stuff like the pearls and the other lace that's on top and on the bottom. We'll get to that way later. For now, we're just focusing on getting everything together. Look how pretty it looks. Oh my gosh. Wow. Really proud of this. I'm not gonna lie to ya. Wow. It looks like it could be the start of an actual wedding dress. I love it so much. Like, look at that. Wow. The layering. Nice. I still haven't cut out the lining. Or the strength layer. I've only cut out all of this, which took so much time. And I totally forgot that I have to baste all of this together, you know? Baste the
tulle to the front facing and basted the lining to the strength layer. Totally forgot about that, but I'm gonna do that, and then I'll start sewing the skirt and the bodice together. Hey, but yeah, look at my progress. As you can see, I have finished basting together the lining and the strength layer and the lace and the brocade together, and I put interface on the brocade. Now, I was going to sew them all together, but can you see this? The brocade has like a loose weave, so it's kind of fraying a lot. Let me see if I can find a better piece. Yeah, you see this? It's fraying like a lot. And when I sew this all together, I really do not want these pieces to fray out of the seams. That would be horrible. So, before I sew my skirt and the bodice together, I'm going to have to zigzag stitch each of these pieces all around so they don't cause me anguish later on.
And then I quickly gave up on that because it was taking way too long. I need a serger. And I just started sewing the bodice together. I finally finished putting the bodice together, and guys, I am so proud of it. I think it looks so good. I think putting the lace on top, like 2 layers of lace, was such a good idea. I was not expecting it to be. Wow! I'm so happy with how it turned out. The construction is so good. And this is just the front layer. The lining's done too. I still have to put boning in it, but that's not fun, so I'll do that later. I'm so happy this looks good. Right now, what I'm gonna work on is this baby right here. Today, I'm going to add her ribs. I have marked it out, can you see that? With heat erase pin, so this is fine. And it's gonna get weathered anyways, so that doesn't really matter. But I've marked it out with heat erase pin, and I am going to only cut the first layer of lace. Oh wait, I just noticed all the lace is in the seams. Well, I'll deal with it. But I'm only gonna cut the first layer of lace because I'm scared to do this. Like, I want the construction to still be good. So for the black part, what is that? Is the inside of our bodies black? I know she's rotting because she's been in the ground for her however long, but anyways, for the black part, I'm going to use felt. I was gonna use lace because I wanted to, you know, stick with the theme of using lace, but I think I'm just gonna go easy and use felt. For the ribs, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll use felt for her ribs too, because I don't want to use clay. I don't want to have to deal with that. I want to have something I can sew onto it, but using felt will make it hairy. You know, felt has like fibers that poke out and it's hairy, and who wants hairy ribs? I don't know. Maybe it won't matter because, you know, it'll be far away and it won't, you'll just need to see the construction of it. Maybe I'll just go the hairy route. That sounds so weird. So first we're going to cut around so it looks like it rotted through. We need some 3-dimension. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. And then if I like sew some more like strips, maybe something like this, over top maybe. So this is how the ribs are gonna be. I have to make it longer so I can tuck it under here so you don't see the edge. And then I'm gonna fold them over so they have a little bulk. I think that looks good. Definitely gonna have to be
thicker too. But I think this is fine. So I have to make it definitely longer. Should I sew the ribs to this first and then sew this? I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me cut these out and then I'll start sewing them to the black felt piece. We have ribs! Let me turn down the brightness so you can see it. Look at this. Look at this! I'll put them in. Now we have some ribs, some decaying. You have no idea how excited about this that I am. Did I say that right? Who cares? I have ribs. Oh, it looks so good. I love the size. I haven't seen it on. Let's try it out. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It's a little low to be honest, but that's also because her corset goes like over her hips. Like it's about maybe 3 inches longer than mine, maybe 2. So it kind of looks weird a bit, but you know what? I don't care because I am happy and it looks good and I have ribs. You know, that practice with the poodle skirt and the hand sewing, it really came in clutch here because her corset not only has lace on the top and the bottom, she has pearls too. And I'm going to have to hand sew this on too. But I digress. Look at these ribs. Look at these ribs. The next order of business is sewing this black piece of felt to this part. And I have like spare pieces of the lace that came from cutting this hole. So those are gonna get tacked down too. So it looks like it broke through the corset, like you're decaying through your corset, you know? And so that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm so happy right now. So instead of connecting the lining and the front facing fabric right away, I think I'm going to paint the ribs first, or like weather the ribs first, just because I want to make sure no paint bleeds towards the lining. It's not that serious, but like, you know, precautions. And then after I do that, I think I'm going to cut strips of my lace. So how I decided to do her top lace trim and the bottom lace trim, I decided to take the rest of this lace fabric and cut strips of it, and then I'll just sew those to the top and the bottom, and then I'll cut like jagged lines. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to dye this, and I still have some blue dye from whatever project I did.
construction is finished. Look how it looks. All the construction, putting the bodice together is done. And I finally realized that I need to put boning in the back so I don't have a saggy back. So that was nice to learn. I mean, I knew, but like I never did it because I didn't want stitching to show on the back. You can barely see it. I just need to suck it up and do stuff properly. But ta-da, 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 ta-da. Painting the fabric dye really turned out nice. I really love how it turned out. The way I made the fabric dye drip, I guess, makes it look way more natural than if I did something different, I guess. I am going to do more shadowing with the paint around here because like it looks a little off, right? But that comes later. Right now, it's time to hand sew a bunch. First, we have to hand sew, and I color matched pretty well, huh? So I'm gonna hand sew a bunch of lace strips that I cut out and dyed. And we're gonna, oh, you can't see it, but I'm gonna hand sew them on, and then we'll cut jagged edges. We'll start painting, and then after that, we will do the pearls. And that'll be fun because I have never sewn on something like that, like something that's not fabric. You know, I've never sewn, well, I've sewn buttons, duh. But you know, they're buttons. They're easy to sew on. I've never sewn like pearls or stuff like that. That will be a learning experience. But it looks so good. I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. Ooh, let me show you guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? How's it look? This is a little low. I should have put it a little higher, but like, or made it smaller, like a sane human being. But, you know, it's fine, it's fine, it looks good, and I'm so happy with how this turned out, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie to you, this hand sewing thing is taking too long, so I'm just going to machine sew. I wanted the stitches to be a little invisible with hand sewing, but forget that. It's taking too long. To the machine. So I was going to sew it again up here because as you can see, it's not connected, but I think the paint will hold it down and it will probably give it more rotting look. I don't know. Yeah, a rotting look, especially when I start cutting into it. So I think I'll leave it like this for now. So now it's time to add the trim to the bottom. The trim is on, guys. And now it's time to make the tough decision. Do I add more? If you didn't know, I have a problem where I don't know when to stop. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I know when I actually have it on, you'll be able to see like the trim. So it shouldn't really matter too much. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Or maybe I should cut it up first, see how I like it, and then decide to add more? Maybe I'll do that, guys. So let me chop this up, the chop in the bottom, and see how I like it. Why do I keep going through different accents? I think this time around, it was a good idea to do double in some places. I did double here. Because now it's more opaque, I think is the word. Now I'm going to look at an inspiration photo and just chop it up, I guess.
I'm actually in love somewhat for now. It looks distressed and it looks good. Let's see if I can get a close up. Yeah, look guys. And I kind of made it seem like it goes to, because it looks like her bodice is one piece that is distressed from the top, but I can't do that. But I think I did a good job with it here. Yay! I'm so happy. It looks so good with the shading. I'm so glad I decided to do it. Guys, I have the best news ever. You know how you can have normal pearls, right? Which I'm going to have, but what about these? Is that overkill? And I just checked. My sewing needle can fit through. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, and I just dropped it. Oh, but like, what do you think, guys? I love how I ask, even though this video won't be long done when it's uploaded. But you know, it's fun to ask input, you know? You guys can leave comments and be like, oh, I liked that idea. That was a fun idea, you know? I have these tiny ones that I bought too, but like, and I have the ones I used on Anastasia's crown that have no holes, so I can't use them. And I'm not hot gluing. I'm on like a, I'm on a self-healing journey from hot gluing everything. I'm trying to better myself and to use actual sewing techniques. We'll see how long that lasts, but so far it's been good. But anyways, guys, what do you think? Ooh, these are huge. Wait, but it looks so pretty. I will lose my mind. Okay, let me get back to painting before we go crazy over the I've just malfunctioned. Let me get back to painting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in love. I love it. And that is all. I never expected something like this to come out of my hands. Oh, I love I love how it's turning out. Since I was dry brushing, it won't take long for it to dry, like it's practically already dry. So I think I'm gonna pin some pearls to see how it looks, and then I guess start sewing them on. Coming together. And I still have so much stuff to do. I'm spending so much time on this bodice. I still have a skirt and gloves and whatever to do. But for now, let's appreciate the bodice. I watched one video, so now I'm a master. Let's do this! I have my first little pearl. Oh. So you may be wondering why I'm outside. It's because it's time to decorate this thing. I'm gonna use the same technique that I used for the bodice, and I'm just going to get a giant paintbrush, dip it into the dye, and just let it run down. Because I've seen pictures of people, like, I already messed up the bodice, as in like I put a lot more blue than she has in the movie. So I've seen pictures of other cosplays, and I like how the blue cascading up, not just the swirls that she has. So I'm gonna do that too, and I'm not gonna talk a lot because it is loud out here because I'm outside. Why does it look purple? Oh no, this is not turning out how I thought it would. Why is it purple? It looks purple, and I don't understand why. This isn't good.
This is not good at all. I'm just gonna paint it and then we'll whoa. I'll remedy it with paint. For now, it's just gonna have to be purple. This would look nicer if it was the actual color.
I don't think this is it, but I'll make it better with paint. The question is, do I do the same thing with paint? Water it down, or should I just paint it on? I think this material is thin enough to just paint on paint. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Welcome everyone to part 2 of the skirt. Since the first try ended disastrously, it wasn't that bad, but it was a little bad. After that failed dye job that happened, I tried to remedy it with paint. I tried to water down some paint and fix it that way, but it didn't turn out well. It just mixed with the dye and turned it blue, and it was making the already, cheap fabric super stiff. It felt like a tablecloth afterwards, like one you put on a picnic table so you can just wipe away all the mess and it's clean, you know? So, yeah. It didn't turn out well. So this is part 2 of the skirt. I got some more fabric, but it didn't have enough width as my last fabric. So I didn't use the pattern that I used when I cut out the first skirt. What I did, I just used the whole width, like the whole sheet, and pleated it into a waistband. Let me show you.
So as you can see, I have a waistband on. Like, it's all completed. Here's the new zipper, and it's all pleated into a waistband, like all that width. And that's the new skirt right there. And on the bottom, I already cut the, what are these? Like, the triangles out because I'm over it. See, cut them out, you know? And I've started painting. I wanted to see how it would look. It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. I'm starting smarter, and I'm starting from the bottom like I should have with the dye. And here's how that looks so far. I think it's looking fine. I'll definitely have to go up higher here, just a little bit. But yeah, that's how painting and the skirt is turning out right now. So now let me get back to painting. Look at this monstrosity. Look at it. This is what 1 hour. 1 hour of my labor and painting look like. It's not even close to done. I literally have 3 things after this to do. I have the headband with all that, and then I have the headband. I have, what else do I have? Her glove thingy thingamabobs, and the flowers I need to paint. But bruh, like, look how much skirt there is. Why does it look good? Whatever. It honestly doesn't look bad on camera. which is alright with me, but I'm definitely gonna add some shadowing. Don't mind the foot. I'm too lazy to point. I'm definitely gonna add some shadowing here, and it's not going to look as bad as the last skirt, but we're gonna slowly cascade up so we don't regret what we do. Because me, I tend to overdo it, as you saw in the dyeing clip. Alright, that's my update for right now. See you later when I have more done. I think I'm done with the skirt. I added the bodice to see how it would look together, and it looks pretty good besides the skirt being like really white compared to the bodice, but it's fine. It's fine. This is, I think, what I'm gonna go with. It's okay. Not an outstanding wow, this is crazy, I love it. It's an okay. Yeah, I tried my best. Here, let me get a close up. I tried my best to kind of add shading, but I did it very sloppily, so I'm gonna stop for today because that was a lot of painting. And the next day, we'll be working on the headband. And I have this perfect fabric for the veil. I thrifted this a long time ago, and like, it's perfect. It's a ghostly or whatever. I'll probably cut it a little shorter and cut notches into it, paint it, you know, all that. And I have these tiny flowers that I bought that will go on top of the headband like she has. And I just think it's so, yeah. I may weather them a bit, but I may not, because they're pretty, like, you know. So that's the plan for tomorrow.
Are you guys ready for the final stretch?
It's finally time to do the accessories. First, as you can see, I have the veil right here with my nice fabric that is perfect. Oh, it's stretchy. That's new. So I'm just gonna cut some notches in. I feel like I may use glue to have them like stiffer, kind of like hers is. You'll see a picture. Yeah, I may use like glue and just, you know, make spikes like people do wig care. Don't know. And then I have to paint the tiny flowers. Ta-da! Because they are fine, but I think I'm gonna add a little more dark on them. That sounds weird. Dark paint. You get what I mean. That's what I'm gonna do today. And then after like the glue, after the glue dries on this, I will paint it, and that will be done. And then the last thing, oh, well, no. Let me show you the flowers I got. I didn't get them. I already had them when I was making my Rapunzel wig. This is the bouquet of flowers that I'm gonna use for her, and I'm just gonna paint them darker because it doesn't matter what they are. I just needed a bouquet of flowers. So I'm gonna paint those, paint the tiny flowers, glue paint this, and then if I have time, I will make her gloves, which they don't have to be like princess gloves where they're all tight and stretchy and stuff. No. I'm gonna use the leftover fabric I have from the skirt, do a shape around my hand, and just have them like that. You'll see when I get there. I've attached the veil to the headband. What I'm going to do now is just make some, like a clip here, right? But I'm gonna leave it there and then like use glue to make these two stiff. This feels very wrong. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I think that's too much. Oh shoot. Oh! I didn't even think about the strategy to do this. Will this work? I hope it does. Maybe it will work. It doesn't look bad. Here's my technique for making the glue dry faster. It's taking too long. This is gonna take longer than I thought. Are you ready for the test? One of them is still super wet, but I'm gonna test if it stands up a little bit, and then we will proceed. Here we go, I'm picking it up. Look at this. It worked. This one's still a little wet, but like, it's working. There's spikes. So now it's time to continue with the rest of these. Hopefully this doesn't take all day. I'm ready. Am I doing this upside down? Well, too late. Time to continue on. It's finished. I'm probably gonna regret doing this, but you know what? Sure. Should I? You know, it worked, and I'm happy with it. Yay!
And like I was talking about earlier, here I am tracing parts of my hand so I can make the glove. And she has fingerless gloves, so that made my job just a whole lot easier. And as you can see, I went around for a bunch of seam allowance. Oh shoot, I might have did it too thick. Oh yeah, that's one thick rib.